Hi guys, so I just wanted to pop on and talk a little bit about programming for generalization. Okay, so when you're programming for generalization, if you think about it, you are doing a variety of different things to prepare the client's skill set to transfer to other settings and behaviors and environments, right? So the first thing you have is programming common stimuli. So if I was going to program common stimuli, think about what that sounds like. Common stimuli, things, right? So if I'm going to program common stimuli, I'm going to take items. Let's say I'm trying to teach a client how to go food shopping with his mom, right? Then what I'm going to do in the teaching setting is I'm going to bring in some mock stimuli. I'm going to bring in some toy foods, a toy cashier, a toy shopping cart, and I'm going to emulate that experience for him. So he's not actually in the supermarket yet, but we're teaching him in the setting that emulates a supermarket because we have programs common stimuli by putting common items in the teaching setting. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is loosely train. When I'm loosely training, what it means is that you're changing the non-critical components of the teaching process, right? So as I'm teaching you right now, I can teach with my hair in a ponytail. I can teach with my hair down. I can go put my glasses on. I can take my computer with me and go to a different room, right? That would be loosely training or loosely teaching or teaching loosely, however you'd like to say it, because I'm changing just non-critical components. I'm not changing anything that important, but I am getting the client acclimated to small changes that do happen in the natural environment, right? So the next thing that we're going to do is teach multiple examples, right? Multiple exemplar training. So all that means is, look, I'm wearing pants. Here's an example of a person wearing pants. Look, little Susie's wearing pants. Or let's say you're trying to teach a child how to sit crisscross applesauce. You can say, look, this is how I sit with my legs crossed nicely on the floor. And you can say, look, little Johnny's sitting crisscross applesauce. Look, little Susie's sitting crisscross applesauce. So you're just trying to show multiple examples. The next thing we want to talk about is involving mediators. It is so important to involve mediators when we're programming for generalization because we need parents, other teachers, therapists to all be on board with generalizing these skills to other environments. Okay, so that's all that mediation means, that you want to involve parents and teachers and therapists, people in the client's environment or their community that are going to help us to generalize these skills. So the next thing we're going to talk about is non-examples. So just like we talked about teaching lots of examples, we are also going to teach examples of what we don't do. So if we don't want little Johnny to sit with his legs out, we want him to sit crisscross applesauce, then we're going to sit on the floor with our legs out and say, this is how you don't sit. This is what we don't do. Another one is indiscriminable contingencies. And all that means is that the client does not know when they're going to get reinforced, so the behaviors keep occurring at a high rate, which is what we want. And what creates indiscriminable contingencies are your intermittent schedules of reinforcement and delays to rewards. Okay, so all indiscriminable contingencies mean is that you're using intermittent reinforcement and delayed reinforcement in order to keep that high rate of behavior going. And I believe lastly, on our list here, we have general case analysis. And when you're utilizing general case analysis, you want to make sure you're exposing your client to as many stimulus response variations as possible. So if I'm teaching little Johnny how to put a key in the door, and I'm teaching him in maybe the teaching setting, I'll go to my classroom door with him and we'll use that key and that lock and we'll try that out. Then maybe I'll take him to the front door of the school and we'll try that key and lock. Then maybe we'll go to mom's house and try that key and lock. Then maybe dad's house and that key and lock. So you see there's a huge variation of all the stimulus and responses. So we want to get that client acclimated to the fact that all the locks are different, okay? But this is how you put a key in a lock in